Students, in the last class we have discussed about the topic amines. In the second session we have discussed about the preparations and some uses of properties of amines. Now today we continue the properties of amines. So in the previous class we have discussed about the carbylamine reaction. Carbylamine is those four reactions which explains about the characters. Now today we discuss about the distinguishing test between primary, secondary and tertiary amines. Primary, secondary and tertiary amines. So, there are two reactions, two tests to distinguish primary, secondary and tertiary amines. In that first test is nitrous acid test. Nitrous acid test. Nitrous acid here means sodium nitrite which is treated with hydrochloric acid. Sodium nitrite which is treated with hydrochloric acid to form HNO2 plus NaCl. HNO2 is called as nitrous acid and HNO3 is called as nitric acid. HNO2 is called as nitrous acid and HNO3 is called as nitric acid. But nitric acid it is stable acid, but HNO2 is not stable acid. Whenever we need the nitrous acid, then only we are going to prepare the nitrous acid by using or by treating with sodium nitrite with hydrochloric acid. So this nitrous acid that is used to distinguish primary, secondary and tertiary amines. In that first test, that is test for aliphatic primary amine. First test is for aliphatic primary amine, where RNH2, that is aliphatic primary amine, where R is any alkyl group. If R is alkyl group, then it is aliphatic amine. If R is aryl group, then it is aromatic primary amine. Instead of R, I am going to use directly one of the this is methyl amine. Methyl amine, which is reacts with nitrous acid. Nitrous acid, which is prepared by using NaNO2 plus HCl. NaNO2 plus HCl. This reaction which takes place between 0 to 5 degrees Celsius. In this temperature only this reaction takes place. So first this methyl amine which undergo diazotization, N2 plus Cl minus, methyl diazonium chloride, methyl diazonium chloride. This diazonium chloride which is formed by treated with hydrochloric acid. Then this is undergo again hydrolysis to form N2 plus OH minus, N2 plus OH minus. Then this is heated or diluted by adding water. Or again Cl minus. You can place it as Cl minus to form CH3 OH plus HCl plus nitrogen gas is elimination. The formation of nitrogen gas indicates the formation of methyl alcohol. Methyl alcohol. So primary amines when treated with nitrous acid at 0 to 5 degrees Celsius, and that is hydrolysis or diluted by adding water, and it is warmed. During warming, the nitrogen gas is eliminated to form methyl alcohol. Instead of using methylamine or aliphatic primary amine, if we use aromatic primary amine, that is a test for aromatic primary amine. Aromatic primary amine. So here one of the aromatic primary amine, that is NH2. This is called as aniline. Aniline, which is treated with nitrous acid, which is prepared by NaNO2 plus HCl. Again the reaction takes place at 0 to 5 degrees Celsius to form a product called as N2 plus Cl minus. This is called as benzene diazonium chloride. Benzene diazonium chloride. This benzene diazonium chloride is very important reagent for the preparation of so many aromatic organic compounds. So primary amines which use alcohols. Primary amines use alcohols, but that primary amine is aliphatic. And if it is aromatic primary amine, that gives benzene diazonium chloride. The formation of benzene diazonium chloride, which indicates the amine, it is aromatic primary amine. The formation of alcohol, which indicates the amine is aliphatic primary amine. Then secondary amine and tertiary amines. If secondary amine is there, which gives N-nitrosation product. N-nitrosation product. That formation of N-nitrosation, which indicates the secondary amine, and tertiary amine, if it is there in the amine group, then it is C-nitrosation product. N-nitrosation product and C-nitrosation product, which are formed by secondary and tertiary amine. So nitrosation here means NO group, which is attached to the nitrogen atom of the amine group. NO group which is attached to the nitrogen atom of the amine group, then that is called as N-nitrosation. We will give the reaction, that is N-nitrosation and C-nitrosation. First you can write down these two reactions. If the alcohol is formed, then that is aliphatic primary amine. If the benzene diazonium chloride is formed, that is aromatic primary amine. Then secondary amine and tertiary amines, which are classified by again the nitrous acid test. See here. One of the secondary amine example is CH3 NHCH3. CH3 NHCH3, which is treated with nitrous acid, which is takes place at 0 to 5 degrees Celsius. This is an example that is called as dimethylamine. That is secondary amine. Dimethylamine, which is treated with nitrous acid to form CH3 NCH3. So here N double bond O. That N double bond O is called as nitroso group. So again a molecule of water is eliminated. This is called as N-nitrosation. N-nitrosation. And if it is tertiary amine, that is example here is CH3N CH3CH3. So this is trimethylamine. Trimethylamine. So this is when it is treated with nitrous acid HNO2. Again this reaction takes place at 0 to 5 degrees Celsius. ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ NH ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಅಮೈನ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ CH3NH ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅದಾವ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಗೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಗೆ ಒಂದ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಐತಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಗೆ ಒಟ್ಟ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಗೆ ಎರಡು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಎರಡು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಎಟ್ ಎ ಟೈಮ್ ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಡೈಸೋನಿಯಂ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದು ಒಂದು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ನೈಟ್ರಸೋ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ದಟ್ ನೈಟ್ರಸೋ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಡ್ ಟು ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ atom, hence it is called as nitrosation. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಗೆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಾಗ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತು ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ satisfied by all the three bulkier groups. Hence nitroso group which is not attached to the nitrogen, that nitroso group which is attached to one of the carbon atom among these three carbon atom. See here CH3N CH3 CH2 N double bond. So this is nitroso group. This nitroso group which is attached to the carbon atom instead of nitrogen atom. So this is called as C-nitrosation. C-nitrosation. So in the primary amine alcohols are formed, and in the secondary amine N-nitrosation product is formed, and in the tertiary amine C-nitrosation is formed. N-C indicates nitroso group which is attached to that particular element here. Here nitrogen containing one hydrogen, hence nitroso group attached here. Here is also water molecule is eliminated. So these are the three different tests which are identified using primary, secondary and tertiary amines. So next second test is test to distinguish primary, secondary and tertiary amine using benzene sulfonyl chloride. Benzene sulfonyl chloride. The structure of benzene sulfonyl chloride is this is called as benzene sulfonyl chloride. This test is used to identify whether the amine is primary, secondary or tertiary. First, primary amine. Test for primary amine. Test for primary amine. See here, benzene sulfonyl chloride plus CH3NH2. CH3NH2. So here the nitrogen atom of amine group which containing two hydrogens. Out of these two hydrogen, one hydrogen combines with Cl to form HCl. And nitrogen directly linked to the sulfonyl group. So here this is called as methyl benzene sulfonamide. Methyl benzene sulfonamide. And the next is test for secondary amine. Test for secondary amine. So again, benzene sulfonyl chloride plus one of the example for secondary amine is NHCH3CH3. ಇದನ್ನ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಮೋಡ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲೇದಲ್ಲ secondary amine, that is dimethylamine ಈ ರೀತಿ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. So here this reaction again takes place between nitrogen atom of amine group and sulfonyl group, and hydrogen atom from amine group combines with Cl to form again HCl. And here benzene sulfonyl group NCH3CH3. This is also sulfonamide. Then ಹೆಂಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತು ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಯಾವುದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಯಾವುದು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರ್ದಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ to both the test tube, or we will give the test tube here. See, one more. Again, we will discuss the third one. That is test for laboratory test for tertiary amine. Test for tertiary amine. So tertiary amine one example, nitrogen CH3 CH3 CH3. That is trimethylamine, which is treated with the benzene sulfonyl chloride. Plus, nodri, you ಎರಡೂದ್ರೊಳಗೂ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಐತಿ. ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಎರಡು ಇದಾವೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ. ಈ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ Cl ಜೊತೆ ಕೂಡ್ಕೊಂಡು HCl ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ that combines with Cl to form HCl. But in this case, nitrogen does not containing hydrogen. Nitrogen does not containing hydrogen. Hence, the Cl which doesn't combine with hydrogen, so there is no reaction takes place here. No reaction. ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ see here, these are the three test tubes. Three test tubes. So all the test tubes containing amines. All the test tubes containing amines. So to all the test tubes, so benzene sulfonyl chloride is added. Benzene sulfonyl chloride is added. One of the test tube which doesn't give any product, that is called as tertiary amine. One of the test tube which doesn't indicate any product, that is called as tertiary amine, because the nitrogen atom of amine group does not containing hydrogen, hence benzene sulfonyl chloride doesn't react with the tertiary amine, hence there is no reaction takes place in the test tube, that is is called as tertiary amine. But in these two test tubes, there is a reaction takes place. So, illinu reaction agtati, illinu reaction agtati. Then how do you identify whether it is primary or secondary? So, in such case, again, to these test tubes, sodium hydroxide is added. Sodium hydroxide, if you add sodium hydroxide to both the substances, so to both the precipitates. So sodium hydroxide hakidaga, one of the precipitate which is present in the test tube is dissolved in sodium hydroxide, and another test tube which also containing precipitate of this product. These two products are formed in the precipitate form in the test tube. So NaOH is added to both the test tubes. So one of the test tube which containing precipitate which is soluble in NaOH, then it is primary. And the precipitate which is present in the test tube which is not soluble in NaOH, then it is secondary. ಯಾಕೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ precipitate soluble ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ precipitate soluble ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ come here. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ nitrogen atom of amide group which containing hydrogen. This hydrogen is acidic in nature. This hydrogen is acidic in nature. That acidic hydrogen reacts with NaOH. Acidic hydrogen reacts with NaOH to form salt. So during the formation of salt, this amide is soluble in NaOH. But in this case, the nitrogen atom of amide group, sulfonamide group, which does not containing hydrogen, that is acidic hydrogen. Here there is no acidic hydrogen, hence it doesn't react with NaOH to form salt. So first, once again I will discuss here. These three are the test tubes containing the different amines. So all the test tubes which are added benzene sulfonyl chloride. Then benzene sulfonyl chloride which is not reacts with one of the amine, then it is tertiary amine. So tertiary amine is not reacts with benzene sulfonyl chloride because the nitrogen atom of the amine group doesn't containing hydrogen. But secondary amine and tertiary primary amine which containing hydrogens. So those hydrogens displaces chlorine from sulfonyl chloride. Hence they react together to form precipitate. Then to identify whether it is primary or secondary, both test tubes sodium hydroxide is added. So one of the test tube which containing precipitate, that dissolved in NaOH, then it is primary. And another test tube which containing precipitate which is not dissolved in NaOH, then it is secondary. So precipitate dissolved in NaOH and precipitate is not dissolved in NaOH. Only the reason behind this is the nitrogen atom of this sulfonamide group containing acidic hydrogen that reacts with NaOH to form salt. But nitrogen atom of sulfonamide doesn't containing hydrogen, hence it is not react with NaOH. So these two are the distinguishing test between primary, secondary and tertiary amines. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಂತೂ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಗೆ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರ್ತತಿ. So this test is very useful for your NEET purpose as well as your JEE purpose. So ಇವನ್ನ reactions note ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ then again we will move to the test for aromatic amines, that is electrophilic substitution reactions. Electrophilic substitution reactions means electrophiles means electron deficient species. Electron deficient species which are attached to the electron sufficient species, that means benzene ring. So we will discuss the electrophilic substitution reactions of amines. First, you can write down all these three tests, these two tests for primary, secondary and tertiary amine. First test is the nitrous acid test. Second test is benzene sulfonyl chloride test. But nowadays, to identify the primary, secondary and tertiary amine, benzene sulfonyl chloride is not used for this test. So recently, one of the other reagent instead of this benzene sulfonyl chloride, that is toluene sulfonyl chloride. This is benzene sulfonyl chloride, and this para position is substituted by CS3 group. So ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ತೆಗೆದು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು toluene ಆಗ್ತತಿ. So sulfonyl chloride, that is para toluene sulfonyl chloride. Para toluene sulfonyl chloride. ಈ reagent ಅನ್ನು ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ because benzene sulfonyl chloride is banned. Nowadays, this reagent is used instead of benzene sulfonyl chloride, that is simply called as tosyl chloride, or it is simply called as para tosyl chloride. Tosyl means toluene sulfonyl. Tosyl chloride. ಈ benzene sulfonyl chloride ಬದಲ so para toluene sulfonyl chloride ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಇದನ್ನ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಈವನ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ವೈವಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕೇಳೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತತಿ. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಥಿಯರಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಓರಲ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, can I wrap it up? Then we move to the aliphatic primary amines.